get on the side of the bed to see if her chest was going up and down. So I thought I killed her. Like, honestly, I literally thought I killed the lady. So I was like, okay, so how was that? She went, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, I'm sorry because I thought I killed you. So...
Hello everybody to our podcast yet again with the lovely Rocco and
Michela.
So here I am getting a massage after 2 years of empty promises from Michela. It is time and I'm gonna rate Michela from 1 to 10 if she does a good job. I'm so looking forward to this. Let's go. Okay, what are you doing to me first?
So I like to, every time I do a massage, I like to introduce the massage first. I like to do a couple of pressure points before I go right into the massage to loosen up the muscles.
Why do you have a towel on me though?
Because I don't like to do it on like your bare back, so I prefer to do it on top of a towel first to introduce, and then I like to do pressure points.
It feels like a cat. You know when the cats do the biscuits? Yeah, you know when the cats have their paws and they just do.
Oh yeah, they're like, yeah. My cat used to do that.
But why do you need to do pressure points? I don't find the purpose of the towel. What was that for?
We just have it, it's like to introduce, so before going straight into like the massage itself, is to slowly introduce it, and as well it's for me to be able to feel roughly which areas of tension there may be and whereabouts roughly to kind of concentrate on more.
So tell me, what's your estimate?
Well, definitely your shoulders up here are really tight.
Yeah, because you're making me work too hard, that's why.
Scapula as well around here is really tight, but oh, whoopsie.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
So wait, basically you just have like a feel and then you decide on.
Yeah, so obviously again you talk to the clients first, like what are your main concerns?
My main concerns.
Yeah, so like shoulders, is it mainly just general everywhere or so?
So I kind of have difficulty moving my torso. And it's sore and it's tight. Oh, that feels nice. What is this, like oil?
So I like to heat up the oil first.
I like that too.
This I'm just kind of spreading, making sure I've got all the oil everywhere.
What kind of oil is that? Do you need to use like a specific name?
Pardon?
By the way, I'm gonna be asking you questions because in my lifetime, I think I've only got like massage twice. And I don't even... No, put pressure because... you know what you do.
No, I meant no pressure then if you've only had 2 massages.
Well, no, that's good for you because I have no other reference, so I can't really say if it's brilliant or if it's a bit shit. We'll find out.
One way to find out. Here we go.
But do you feel like do you use a specific oil or just like olive oil?
So the one that we're using is the soya bean wheat germ. So it's mainly more good for anyone that kind of, you can use it on all skin types. There isn't really anyone that would be allergic per se to this. We normally have, sometimes we use essential oils and like lavender.
I was going to say, this smells a bit like lavender.
It depends as well, like when the clients come in, like what their preference is or, you know, what stresses they may have.
What do you mean? Oh, do you use like different essential? I think lavender is like very calming, isn't it?
Yeah.
So do you just mix it? Do you use an actual lavender oil or is it like lavender essence?
No, so it's actually lavender oils.
Stuff. But you wouldn't use like a lotion.
I might use my elbows if you keep talking.
I'm having a great chat. I need to know about this stuff. Actually, I'm quite interested because obviously I haven't done the like beauty therapy. I've never done this.
Oh yeah, this is where I first started.
This is the first thing you did.
Massage.
Is that what you do in level 3?
Well, no, to be fair, level 2 and level 3 I did the beauty, so it's more like your manicures, pedicures, your basic like prescriptive facials, and then slowly went into massage with Daksha when I first joined here.
But do you need to know how to do like manicures and pedicures to go into massage?
No, of course not.
So you can start off with massage.
Yeah, of course you can. You can start wherever you want to. It depends on like what road students or people want to go down, to be honest with you. I mean, you can start back 15 years ago when I first started, it mainly was, everyone wanted the BTCT level 2 and level 3.
But I think that was like a requirement anyway.
Yeah. Even to get jobs and stuff, it was the major one that people were.
So is your level 3 only massages?
No, so level 3 was electrolysis hair removal, body electricals, facial electricals.
So that's like the hydrogen machine.
Yeah, it's just like the Faradic, galvanic.
Oh, so not even like the ultrasound or RF.
No, we had the high frequency that was in your level 2, but I did have a bit of like the ultrasound, but again it came in with more like body electrical side of things. So
And you did that one first?
no, I did the level 2 first, the manicures, pedicures. Oh, I hated it.
That was you like hiding from doing a pedicure.
Every time I see a pedicure, my collar used to run a mile.
I don't understand. So what was Smelly Feet?
No, some were terrible, I'm not gonna lie. I just think, do people not, even with like laser hair removal and like waxing, do people not just like have a shower before they come in,
No, has that happened?
Oh, so bad. Like people have had like fungal infections, they got fluff in between their toes. And I used to be like, oh, and you just see in the water just like floating fluff.
That's disgusting. But wait, surely, I know for the fungal one, if they do, it's like a contraindication, no?
Yeah, fungal and stuff, yeah, definitely was like a major one where like, yeah, no.
But why wouldn't you just turn them away? Because it's contagious.
Well, no, you would do, but sometimes obviously you wouldn't necessarily see. Sometimes it would be if you're busy, you would tend to have like, I'll get one of the other girls like quickly just pop her feet into the water and I'll be there in a second. It's not until you then take like the feet out of the water onto the towel.
Wow.
And you're like, damn, girl.
Where'd you get that from, girl?
But I think it's one of those things where it's like, listen, I think I kind of went into this thinking it was very glamorous, but boy, was I mistaken.
What, like?
Just like beauty in general, I thought, oh, it's so glamorous, like look how fabulous these people look and da-da-da. But when it's you actually doing the treatment, you're kind of like, yeah, okay, it's not as glamorous as what people think it is. The things that you smell, the things that you see, like it's just insane.
Well, sometimes it's the same with aesthetics. Well, I mean, not to that extent, because you wouldn't be doing like feet and like private parts and stuff. But I suppose laser.
Yeah, I mean, later you see all sorts.
Did you used to do waxing?
I couldn't stand waxing.
Is there anything at all that
Yeah, I think just massage I like, to be fair. That's what literally I was good at. That's kind of like what I pretty much stuck to be honest with you.
I will be the judge of that.
But yeah, no, I absolutely, waxing was just, especially if someone's pubic area was very bushified.
Oh my god, do you know what? I know the story, I think from Daksha. So when she started, I don't know if you know about this. When she started, obviously she did beauty as well. So one of the things she was doing was waxing. And she said it was like her first time waxing someone, and it was in the pubic area. And then obviously she wasn't like 100% sure what she was doing. And she said like the hairs were so long that, you know, she just put the wax on and it was hot wax. She put the strip on and she ripped it and nothing happened because the wax was just stuck to the hair. Yeah, because it was so long.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to at least like trim slightly first before you just go full whack with that, as Daksha obviously found out.
She learned her lesson anyway. But it's actually so funny to hear stories from her about that as well, because I'm like, oh my god, really? No way. Because when you see her now, she's like a complete professional. But then she's like, yeah, I used to do things like that when I first started. Obviously, because even back then, how is she supposed to know? Like, she can't go on YouTube and then see, like, how to...
I think for you as well, where you kind of like came into and it was like more aesthetics. Yeah, it's I suppose for you kind of forget like, what did Daksha actually do that?
I know, right? I know that she used to do hair as well.
Yes, yeah.
And manicures, pedicures, semi-permanent. That's crazy.
I'm sure she'd say the same thing to me, like to you guys anyway. Would be like, oh my god, absolutely hated doing.
Oh, it hurts.
Jesus.
That's what happens when you make me work so hard.
Pardon?
That's what happens when you make me work so hard. Oh my god.
This is like as a masseuse is like the favourite part is getting the knots out, not so much for the client actually on the bed that's like, making funny faces.
No pain, no gain.
But I've always been like that, like, I've never got clients that have just wanted to sit on the bed and just kind of get tickled. I'm kind of like, listen, if you're going to do something, like, if I'm having a massage, you best make sure you're getting every single knot out for me. If I want to tickle, I'll tell someone at home, so can you just get a feather dust, please, and just tickle me? Like, seriously, like, what is the point? Or the funniest is the pressure, because when I was younger, not that I'm old now, obviously I was a little bit like more petite, and you used to see like everyone going, like looking at me and being like,
that would actually surprise you. There's little tiny girls and they just hop on you. And it's like bang, bang. They're not messing around.
No.
But I think, I assume during your training, they teach you how to like use your strength so you don't put that much pressure.
Like using more like your body weight into it, to be honest with you, and like using your elbows, forearms, kind of just like...
What, is that what you're doing? Are you using like your whole arm?
No, definitely, yeah. Could you imagine, like... But I remembered I used to get so many people going, I want deep tissue, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. And they used to look at me to be like, yeah, you give me deep tissue, please, like, you're like a stick, like, please. And then they used to actually say to me, sorry, can you just ease up on pressure now, because it's a bit too deep? And I'm like...
You asked for it. But you use your elbows, your arm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, why does that hurt so much?
You kind of like, something like, is that your fingers? Is that your thumb? I was like, no, it's my elbow. Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
But to be fair, I've got so many stories about massage. Like,
spill the tea.
I remembered there was...
Oh.
Sorry. There was one guy that came in, and he was like a regular, because obviously back then we did more courses than like what we do now, like courses of 6.
How often, like ideally, if you're really tight, how often do you need to do a massage?
Well, sometimes I used to get people coming every week, literally every single week, because it was that bad. And this guy, I remembered, he had a course of tubes, but with another therapist. And then afterwards, she didn't do them anymore. Then it got passed down to obviously moi. And I remembered like doing like, you know, you come in, you know, get the guys to like get undressed or whatever it is, lie down on the bed. You're just like standing there, like with just like boxers on. He's just like, "Hi, where do you want me?" And I'm like, "Well, if you listen to what I said beforehand, I already said to get your ass on the goddamn bed. Like, there's a towel, cover yourself. Like, you know, you have to like show them." And
But surely that's what you do, because they leave you in the room, say, take off your top, whatever, cover yourself with a towel.
yeah,
When
so
you're
you know what men are like in general. Coming now, like some of them are just pervs. And I was like, "Hey, if you just want to lie down for me, put your head in the face hole, I'll cover you up with a towel and we'll get like started," kind of thing. And I remembered, so I used to like go down here and then do this. And as I was doing that, he kept arching his back up.
Like this?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, maybe I thought, okay, maybe he wants more deep pressure. So then I started to get my elbows out. And his back just started, at this point, it's like he levitated off the bed. I was like, what is this guy like about? Like, why does he keep lifting up his arse? Like, what the hell is he doing? And then at the end of it, he gave me a £50 tip. And I was
It sounds like a happy ending.
no, well, I can tell you that it definitely was not. I'm not, guys, okay? I'm just letting you know, it definitely was not the case. Thank you very much. He gave a £50 tip, and after that, I was just like, you know what? I was like, no, it's fine, I really don't want to take it. Like, it's fine. Like, please, like, keep it. You probably need it more than I need it. And he was like, no, honestly, have it, kind of thing. And he left it, like, in the room. When I went back in there, it was there. And I remember coming out to the manager at the time, and I was like, listen, like, I am not doing him. Once he's got one more treatment left, and then after that, I am not doing him anymore, because he's just a weirdo.
But that's weird. What's that about?
Yeah, it was just really because I just thought, bless him, he probably wants a bit more pressure. I'm getting my elbows out, my forearms, and I'm like, no, your back keeps arching up way more than what it should do. Like, yeah.
Have you ever had anything with like women? Like any weirdos?
What are you talking about, women? Like, just like in general, do you mean? I mean, I did have one lady that when I was massaging, she kept going, and I was like,
Okay.
sleeping? Or what's going on? And then it kept getting a bit louder and louder, and I was a bit like,
No way.
what's my life come to?
What? She said that?
No, I said that. Like, in my head, I'm going, what has my life come to honestly have, like what's going on? Like, you know, maybe I should stop doing massage. No wonder why I was so popular with massage. No wonder they keep going, that's why you've got, I mean, we were called healing hands before, so you can imagine what people were probably thinking, like, oh, healing hands, oh yeah.
Especially with the Thai uniform.
Oh, the Thai uniforms, getting on the bed, and all sorts. Not like that, guys, before you wonder, like, get on the bed thinking, what the hell? But yeah, no, women, to be fair, were fun. Like I said, they'll do sometimes a bit of like weird noises every now and again, or it would literally be where that time I told you where I literally thought I killed this old lady.
What? You've never told me about that.
When I finished the massage, obviously we normally finish with them obviously like turned around, and I remembered having this old lady, bless her, and at the end, you know, like normally you're not going to shout and be like, how was that? Because obviously they're relaxed. I was like, okay, so how was that for you? No, like no movement, no twitch, no nothing. And I'm like,
She did.
okay, like what's going on? He says like, so I just thought, okay, so how was that for you? Still nothing. I literally had to get on the side of the bed to see if her chest was going up and down. So I thought I killed her. Like, honestly, I literally thought I killed the lady. So I was like, okay, so how was that? She went, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, I'm sorry because I thought I killed you. So I thought I was going to have to like call A&E or start doing CPR on you, to be honest with you. So I'm so sorry, I was just so relaxed. Like, it is quite funny. It's like one lady was completely like KO'd after the massage, where she's like, I do think I can drive. And I'm like, well then just, you know, just take a seat, have some water, like, you know, Because obviously after a massage as well, you can imagine when they've been lying face down, and then if you tell them to get up too quickly, it's like they feel slightly lightheaded, especially if you're doing quite a lot around the neck and the shoulders. And yeah, obviously there are so many stories with like massages that are just like so,
For how long? For how long were you doing that?
probably half of my time at Revival, to be honest with you.
Like
Like
over
over
15 years, it was long.
Daksha, to be fair, tried to, I don't want you to do massage anymore, you're breaking your back for like pittance, like don't be silly, like like, you know, I need you to start doing this, like can you give me some therapy? And I was like, no, I'm not good at it. And she's like, don't be so stupid, And yeah, it took me a while to like get out of that mindset and kind of like, now I'm kind of like, don't get me wrong, like now that I'm doing the massage, it just like brings back, and it is literally like how I started, but it is like a lot of work. You can imagine like from like 10 a.m. or like 9:30 a.m. to like 7 o'clock being the latest one, like back to back with like massage, and then obviously yes, you got a lunch break and stuff like that.
Don't you like go home and you're like absolutely wrecked, like physically?
Literally, I remember Mum used to be like, "Oh, you work in a beauty place, but I never get any treatments." Like, Mum, I'm tired. I'm tired, okay?
Oh my god, this hurts.
Oh, you are very tense, darling.
Oh, that's great, because I can't imagine like doing a full massage for like, I don't know, an hour. Your hands would be gone. Ow. If you just do one, I can't imagine doing like what, 5, 6 a day?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I would just leave.
So you would what, sorry?
I would leave.
But it is though, I like rate people that do like massage all day, because it is very, you know, it's hard work, you know, it's not.
And you don't even get, you know, that much money for it either. Like they're relatively quite cheap. I don't even know lately what it is, but even like a few years ago, didn't people used to do massages for like 25, 30 quid?
Yeah.
And that's like a whole hour.
Yeah. Sometimes even an hour and a half. I used to do a client for an hour and a half.
No way. And you're literally like breaking your back. And you're on your feet like the whole day.
But then it depends, because there used to be some clients that were like, they were like your best pals, so they literally like just spoke to you throughout the whole time. Or there's some that just come purely just for like a relax. Or sometimes I remembered we used to listen to the same music, Daksha knows, the same music over and over and over again on repeat, and people used to be like, does the music not piss you off now? Like, come on now, like it's the same music every time. Like, no, I love it. It's actually the song that I use to put myself to sleep at night. And I remember because I used to have like some funky just like
What?
like, I used to know, like, because some of them were like stimulating, some were like very like, you know, hear the birds in the background. So I kid you not, my hips were sometimes like Shakira. I used to be like, do, 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 do. Or I used to just be like, ooh, like I used to just like feel the music into my soul. But yeah, it did get to a point where after a while I was like, if I have to listen to the same music over and over again, I actually don't want to listen to it.
But yeah, like what I was gonna ask, because you've been doing massages like for what, 6, 7 years, and you're like, oh my god, I hate today. Like it was so much work. It was very physical. I was tired. I was wrecked. With that in mind, why did you not go into aesthetics? Like if someone told me, if Daksha came to me and said, stop doing massages, you're wasting your time, there's no money in it, here's microneedling, do it, I would say yes all day. Like, why did you not want to do it? And you kept on doing massages for years, killing yourself.
Because with massage, there is no like, not downtime, but there's nothing that can go wrong with it. Obviously, yes, you need to know the muscles and stuff that you're working on, because I'm sure you could probably cause a lot of damage, but with all the injectable side of things, there's way more stuff that could go wrong with it.
Yeah,
I think I was
there's
just
risk.
always scared. And confidence as well, you know, with my confidence, even now, I mean, it's getting there, but it's like, it's way better than what it was, but...
Because I feel like a lot of people, especially in the industry, like salons, they do a lot of massages, and it's just that stigma of, oh, I'm not good enough, or there's too many things that could go wrong, so I'm just gonna stick to the massages. But I'm like, if you sit down and learn and go through like proper training, it's fine. Like there's no complication.
Yeah, now, obviously, I know that, because obviously I did get chucked into the deep end after someone was like, listen, guys, like, you know, you need to do it now, Keller, because if you don't, like, you know...
Bye.
Bye, see you later. So I'm kind of like glad. I get it, like Daksha's always like believed in me and stuff, but it's just my confidence. I just didn't have much confidence in myself back then, and I just thought, okay, well, if I just be the girl in the shadow all the time and just kind of like, you know, sitting there and just like smiling, being like the Joker, I'll get away with it. But it kind of got to a point where it's like, even for me, the whole massage side of things, as much, don't get me wrong, I loved it because it's literally where I started. I knew that if I carried on the way that I was...
It's a dead end.
Yeah, and not even that is, there's no way I would just literally come out of it. I would be like, listen, Daksha, thank you so much, but...
No.
And she'd be like, what the hell, you know, kind of thing. But I'm kind of, I just, it got to a point where I was like, I can't do it anymore, you know. But I think the reason why some people, like business-wise as well, because they feel like, well, it's better to be able to have a wide range of different treatments, because some people still like the whole pampering side of it. So why would I want to lose money on that? But then also,
like massage is always going to be popular. People are always going to look after. They're always going to want to get a massage done, but it's very limited. Like, it's very draining to do a massage all day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I know, like hands-on, because obviously that's something that I started off with, kind of thing, and something I always try to say, you know, to like students as well that are starting out, is kind of like, a lot of them have this conception where it's like, oh, we need to start off here first, and it's like, but why?
Yeah.
Why do you need to? Like, no, you don't. Like, maybe, yes, if you're working for someone, sometimes they do like certain qualifications. But if you're starting out for yourself, why are you going to break your back for little money, more stress, when you could easily be making more money, being more successful, and having so many people through that front door? Like, it's just...
But wait, hold on. Like, if you do a level 3 in what does this cover? Massages, beauty therapy?
Yeah, so it's beauty general, so like client care, your kind of anatomy, physiology, body electricals, facial electricals. I did electrolysis, hair removal as well.
Oh, and that covers the massage as well.
Massage was mainly more in level 2, but obviously with Daksha, when I joined, she had more of the massages, so I did the Ayurvedic massage with her, so it's more like Shirodhara, Thai oil, chakra stone, Reiki, reflexology.
So let's say I want to learn how to do a massage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go into a training course. How long is that? Like the whole training?
Mine was a whole year.
What?
Yeah, a whole year.
Wait, what do you do in... What?
Well, it was a lot of like, you had to do a lot of case studies. You had to do like 5 body electricals, 5 facial electricals, 3 like hair electrolysis, or however much it was back then. There was a lot of paperwork side of it, portfolios, a lot of stuff that was repeated like several times in terms of like contraindications. So what would be a contraindication to this treatment? Repeating itself a lot. Doing a lot of like your exams. So every unit that you had, you would have to do a exam like online that was multiple choice. It was intense, but for like a whole year, knowing like what we teach is kind of like wow.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But even, let's say, in your beauty general, especially with the massage, do you need to learn like every bone, every muscle?
Yeah, yeah. Every bone, every muscle, every artery, veins. It was very intense with anatomy and physiology, like body as well as face muscles, you know, muscular things that you're working on, where you can work, where you can't work.
But that is actually crazy. I mean, no wonder it takes a full year because it's.
Oh yeah,
It
and
just
that's
seems-
why.
But it seems a lot more detailed than it should be. A lot of info that you don't actually need.
Yeah, and that's why we get so many phone calls all the time. Like, oh yeah, but you know, this person says that this is what I need and that. And it's like,
Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. A lot of even recently, if people call up and say, "Oh, I want to do Botox and fillers," I'm like, "All right, cool," and they say, "Oh, but I have to do my level 3 first."
No, they say sometimes level 2, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
They were like, "I'll do level 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll get onto Botox and fillers." And I'm like, "Why?" And even if you go onto like an employer's website as requirements to get employed, everyone's like, "Oh, you need level 3 beauty therapy to be able to do aesthetics." But I'm like, what do you actually learn in level 3?
Yeah.
The muscles of the whole body and bones, which is good. Like it's good that it's so detailed,
Yeah.
but it's not specific towards what you're actually doing. I don't find it necessary at all. I feel it's like a lot of information that's not necessary and not needed.
Well, no, it's a lot of just repeating. Like every unit felt like it was kind of like just repeating itself over and over again. And you're kind of like, don't get me wrong, you would definitely make sure it's drummed into your head. But you kind of got to a point just like, if I see this same question over and over again, I'm going, they told you about like, oh, so where would you sterilise in the autoclave, in the steriliser? Like, there was just so, it was just, yeah, a lot more. But then back then it was more beauty, whereas now it's kind of like, come on guys, you know. But I think this is the problem, it's information where they're getting confused because everyone's saying something different, and it's kind of like, well then who do I trust? Like who do I trust to go to? You know, which I understand, of course, like I said to them, like listen, don't make a rash decision kind of thing, but trust me, like this is the process, like check our Instagram out, check like all of this stuff out, and if you've got any further questions, honestly just get back in contact with us, email me, text me, and I'll happily, you know, or come in, you know.
Because honestly, if I was a student and all I want to do is aesthetics, and someone told me do level 3, and I went ahead with it, I wasted my money and a full year doing massages and learning something that I'm not even going to use in aesthetics, like body muscles. Well, I don't care. I would be raging if I spend a full year knowing that I could have gone with a CPD or something that was way shorter, like a week or two, and then fast track into aesthetics like this. Like in 2 weeks' time, I'm doing Botox and fillers.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. No one ever like talks about this.
No, it's not, and I think it's got to a point where it's a bit like industry that we're in is very like doggy at the moment. It's like everyone's trying to like compete with everyone, or if I put the prices lower, or if I put it lower, then you can get 20 certificates. Like people.
No, that's
on it.
crazy.
And it's kind of like what so many people that I've spoken to, they're like, if I'm going to do this, I want to be able to learn properly. I don't want to be, you know, I only be able to do half a lip. Like I had one of my students, and she's like, oh yeah, one of my friends, I told her to come here. She's so stupid, but she went to another place. She learned like all of this within like 2 days or 3 days. And then she done lip models, but she literally just did half a lip, and then she got her certificate.
How is that even possible?
Like it's, you know, with us as well, it's like if we feel like honestly that student still needs a bit more help, you know, we get them to come back, we may do like one-to-ones, or you know, we may do, you know, other things and so forth to help them out. Like even when they leave from here, we're still like, you know, constantly in contact with them. Like if there's any other issues or you don't know how to deal with something, like literally just give us a call, or you know.
But half a lip, how can you even consider that competent?
But don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying that everyone's like this, but I do know like some people out there that are just kind of like, I don't care if I do half a lip because all I want is a qualification, and it's like...
I'm not surprised at this at all because I know I've seen what people are offering. They're just like, oh, foundation in anatomy and physiology, skin boosters, PRP, fat dissolve, foundation in Botox, fillers. You're doing lips, contour package, microneedling, mesotherapy in 3 days. Yeah. I'm like, how? Yeah. How is that even possible? Yeah. You literally can't. But that's how people do half a lip and then they get certified.
Yeah, but then what do we have then? We have the other thing where then they come to us and it's like, sorry, but we want training with you guys now. Because it's like when we went last, like we didn't learn anything, you know, we don't feel confident enough now to perform these treatments. Stuff. But how would you think before you even started the course that 3 days would be enough to do all of that?
But that's the thing, because so many people are advertising this as like the best pathway that you can take. People just take it as it is. Yeah. Thinking that everyone is doing that. Yeah. But then when they realize that they only do half a lip, they're just like, oh, well, I just threw like $2,000 down the drain. And again, this is exactly the reason why people go ahead and take 20 certificates, practice aesthetics on, I don't know, half a lip, and then go ahead and practice on like actual clients when they're not competent and mistakes happen. And then that's why everyone's talking about changing regulations, with which I completely agree, because it's ridiculous. Yeah. Like, you can't learn all of this in 2 days and go ahead and practice and just go around messing people's faces, and there's no comeback on that. No. If I mess up your face, I can just disappear, right? Yeah. Yeah, I can literally, I can get out of the country. You can't find my Instagram. You don't have my number. You can't contact me. Yeah. Your face is messed up. What do you do? Because with beauty, you can go and report something like that. Or if I was a nurse, I literally lose my registration. You go to NMC, you report me saying, I don't know, Rocco is a nurse, she messed up my face, and that's it, I'm done. Yeah. But as a non-medic, if I mess up your face, I can simply just take all my stuff, disappear, and you have literally no one to contact. Yeah. And that's what's ridiculous about aesthetics, which is why I agree with the change in regulations.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And I just think they're going to make it like you actually have to sit down and learn and study in order to consider yourself competent, which is the way that it should be anyway. Like, why is beauty therapy a 1-year course, but then you can go ahead and take 20 certificates when you're doing lips, which is like, consider the risks. Like, how can you even do that? Oh, that hurts. So what are you doing? Is this like Swedish deep tissue?
So it's kind of like a mixture of like both, to be honest with you, like wherever I'm kind of like feeling for, like I'm just letting my hands kind of flow with it, to be honest.
But how do you decide which one to do?
So if it's more like you've got a lot of like nodules, you've got a lot of knots, then obviously I'm going to go more deep with it. So I want to make sure.
Why do these knots happen?
So it tends to be it can either be posture, which is like a major one, and obviously I can imagine with you where the treatments that you do as well, or like where you've been doing a lot of like sitting down, doing a lot of admin side of things as well.
I think it's mostly like whenever I'm injecting, I have to be like hunched over. There's no other way. And if you're like back to back with clients, you're hunched over like all day.
Yeah, major one tends to mainly be like your posture. But again, it just depends on like how you're on like a daily basis, to be honest with you. It could be posture, it could be like fluid retention as well, that's built up in certain areas. Generally, the most common is, again, around now where I'm kind of working the scapula and around the shoulders, the neck.
Why is that? I always have knots there.
I feel like different people when it comes to stress, some people tend to hold stress quite a lot, like on their shoulders. So sometimes you can see people that when they're like on the road, if they're kind of like their shoulders are quite high up and they're walking, you can tell that obviously they're very stressed. Whereas if someone's shoulders are down and more relaxed, then you know that they're obviously a bit more relaxed. Whereas when people are walking around like really tight or like stiff, you're kind of like stress as well as like a build up of it.
That's me.
Yeah. Could be sleep as well, just not getting enough sleep, or even when you're sleeping, sometimes, honestly, the way people sleep, sometimes you don't know until like the person next to you is like, wow, you're sleeping a bit funny. Like, why are you sleeping with your arm up here for? And I'm like, well, because I want to.
But what's the actual knot? Is that like just the muscle?
It's just the muscle where it's kind of like deposits kind of like certain places, so it's kind of like having to like try to move and flush it all out. So sometimes you'll find they're in certain areas. Some people will get it more like around like here specifically. They'll have it more up around the shoulders, the neck. Like you is definitely like around here.
But you see, even after I get a massage, it doesn't go away.
But it won't do. It's something that with massage, again, it's kind of like, don't get me wrong, you'll notice like a difference, but it's not going to be like significant. You need to kind of like keep it up. Like anything, I suppose you need to make sure that, you know, you're keeping everything up and making sure that you're, again, it's difficult to say for you to stop stressing.
So let's say I come to you and say, Michela, I've got plenty of knots.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of them so I can relax.
Yeah.
Do I need to get like a few sessions?
Hot stones, because hot stones
Do
are
you know
really
what?
good.
I tried that once. It was horrible. I didn't like it. It was like burning through my skin.
What?
Yeah, it was so hot. I wanted to take it off.
We used to always make sure that we had water on the side, because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, when I used to take out the hot cabbies, my hand used to like literally be on fire. So we used to have water just to dip it into, just for a little bit to like soothe. So again, when you're tight, that's what makes me laugh is, do you know what? When you see adverts of people that are having hot stones, and they just place the hot stones right onto the spine.
That's what I had.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Oh, wait,
you need to constantly be moving the stones. You don't just. I tend to.
That's what they did. They put it on and left it, and it was burning through my skin.
No, so I would normally put it on top of the towel. So if I'm doing the bottoms of the legs, at the top, the towel up here, I'd put the stones on top of the towel. So you'd experience that kind of like heat.
No, they put it straight on my skin. That's why it was burning.
Well, that's what I say to you. I've seen adverts like that as well. I'm just like, water pillock, like, who the hell does that? Like, it's not cupping, like, you know, what the hell?
What's cupping for? Have you done that?
No, I haven't. I know some people have had it for like really bad like aches and pains or like injuries and stuff.
I think a lot of like people in sports do that.
Yeah, a lot of like people with sports injuries and stuff, they tend to do it more. I mean, I've never had that done or anything like that, to be honest with you. But I remembered we used to do I'll do it now quickly just for you. So sometimes if we used to do tight oil, we used to do like hacking, like that kind of thing. We used to do like cupping, I don't like that. And it was so funny because sometimes when we used to do like couples massage, like we're both just like hacking, all you just hear is like, and especially we used to do like on the bum as well, like we used to like do like pounding on the bum as well sometimes. You see these butt cheeks just like, woo, you know, just like going for it. And people used to be like, is she taking the piss or is that actually a massage?
It's an actual thing.
Yeah, it's actually a move, darling. But yeah.
What's the Ayurvedic? What's it called? I don't know.
Huh?
That like Ayurvedic.
Ayurvedic.
I don't know what it is.
Ayurvedic.
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 That one.
Just put that as a couch in the corner with Rocco.
What is that like?
So Ayurvedic massage, it used to be where We used to have about 3 different types of oils. So we used to get the clients to fill out like a questionnaire, like quiz thing first. They used to come in, used to smell all 3 of the oils, and then from there they'll go, yeah, I prefer this one. So then from that one there, you obviously would use that oil on them.
Do you know which one I like? I'm gonna laugh at me. I don't know how to say this.
Oh, here we go.
Ylang ylang.
Oh, ylang ylang.
Oh,
Yeah, ylang ylang is so nice. It's so
that's my favorite.
especially so I feel like ylang ylang is really good for you know if you've got like a cold, you feel a bit bunged up. It really like opens the airways and just like I can breathe. And then we used to do a questionnaire where it was like Vata, Kapha, Pitta, and Dash is probably better at explaining than I am, so I do apologise.
Wasn't it like the body type?
Yeah, it's like body type. So someone's more like slim build, petite. They were like a Vata. If they were more like it's Kapha, Pitta, Vata. Kapha was more for if you were a lot more like rounder.
Wait, how does that depend on the massage? I don't get it.
So a way to give it to you would be like, say for instance, it's the same with Kapha, Vata and Pitta. It would be if you were to have like a display of products out and one looks really pretty, there's like, glitter inside, there's like, a bow. Certain like Vata, Kapha or Pitta, certain people will be more attracted to that because it looks pretty. Some people will be attracted to it because it works or the ingredients. They want to know specifically why it is that this serum should be for me. So it depends on like the Vata, Kapha, Pitta. It's the exact same thing with like...
I still don't get it. What does that have to do with doing a massage?
So massage also depends. Obviously, you know that if someone's more petita, more like very slim build, you know that they're not going to obviously want sometimes like a really like deep massage. They're probably going to want something a bit more like relaxing, maybe like a hot stone. If someone's more Kapha, their personality tends to be slightly a little bit more laid back. So they're probably just kind of like, just let me just lie there and I'll be happy with that. Some people that are Kapha, Pitta, is they want that like, right, I want stimulation. I really want you to kind of like get in there with your elbows. I want deep pressure. I want that kind of, so that's how it's like based upon on.
Which one am I?
You're probably Pitta, I would say, because you kind of want me to really get it. Even though you're probably just like, I still want like that relax, but I want you to like, otherwise what's the point of getting a massage done?
I'm here for results.
Yeah.
But yeah, so do the people always have to do like a quiz so you can kind of...
Yeah, so it's like a nice kind of like introduction that we used to do kind of like before, when they would come in for like consultation, we would kind of do that first and...
Wait, right, let's say a client comes to you
Yeah.
and she goes like, because obviously you ask her, do you want me to put pressure or not? And she goes, no, I just want like to tickle me.
Yeah.
But then when you start tickling her, she's full of knots. What do you do?
So then again, it's like with anything, so you do recommend, like I would then say, listen, I can see that, you've got some slight knots. I'm going to slightly apply just a tad bit more pressure for you. If it's too much, let me know. And then afterwards I'll ease off. But I can feel that there are knots there and we do need to kind of like get them out for you and then see what.
But obviously you would go by what the client...
Oh, obviously it's always what the client wants, but then also like anything, like when it comes to facials and stuff, we always normally say like, yes, okay, I understand you're booked in for this treatment, however...
Oh, is it over?
It's over.
Oh!
Like next podcast, right, we're going to do another massage.
Oh! Why is it still painful?
Just walking on your back now.
No, these are your hands. I would hate to do this all day. Oh, do you know what? My arms are so sore.
Your arms are so soft.
Sore.
Sore. And voila.
Arms, look, they're cracking. They need some work done. No.
Do you know what? So far, I'm gonna give you a 9 0.5 rating out of 10. When you do my arms, then see if it goes up or not.
You don't need to say that just because we're on camera. You can be honest.
I did enjoy it quite a lot, actually.
It would have been great if you were silent, but
It's a podcast. So.
Next time, I'll do another one and there'll be no camera.
I swear. No, I'm okay with this because I'm not actually paying you. But if I go, if I go somewhere and I'm paying money and you're talking crap to me, I'm just gonna leave and get a refund as well. I cannot, especially.
I get it if you're doing like injectables or manicures, pedicures, whatever. But the massage is such a relaxing thing.
Yeah.
I think you told me that's actually happened to you before.
So I remember my mum had booked like a spa day for me and her, you know, just to like unwind, get a massage done. I was like, oh yeah. Again, because that time I was doing a lot of massage. And
So you needed it.
so I needed it. To be fair, it's probably my stupid fault as well because those consent forms actually had on there.
No occupation.
Oh, like a donkey that I am, or do I go and do beauty therapist?
Nah.
Oh,
That's
I
why
always say I work in sales.
big mistake. And as well is I'm not gonna lie, I was on my period. It's the worst thing anyway. I'm on my period and someone's gonna be like now massaging me, because now I'm like, is it gonna be? Are we feeling quite heavy down there today, or are you feeling quite calm? My period. Like, is it like flowing, like cry me a river, or is it literally like calm and collective? And it was calm, thank you Jesus. But then I had her in the background just oh, so what type of treatments do you do then? And to be fair, I should have just said to her, I'm really sorry, I will have a conversation with you afterwards. But right now, I just literally am here just to unwind and relax. But I can't do it. Daksha prayer has no problem with saying it. But me, it's always one thing I've always wanted to be able to do. And just be like, can you just shut up now, please?
I'm literally just gonna say I'll tell you later.
Never.
If anyone asks, do you do treatments? I'm like, no.
Yeah. Well, now I've learned from that because
I just like that occupation. That's all.
and yeah, it was so bad. And yeah, it just ruined my whole massage. And at the end, I was like, how was it? I was like, oh, it was lovely. I was like, now she's going to see it. Now she's probably going to make a comment. Why did you lie to me for? What did you say?
It's the white lie.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Mum. It's fine.
But
Never mind the fact that the therapist was talking. Was the actual massage good?
Oh, it was awful.
No way.
It was so bad. Do you know what it is for me? I always feel like when you're a masseuse, it's very hard to know if you're good at what you do because you can't feel your own touch. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when people go to you like, oh, your hands are magical, or like, oh my god, thank you so much, that was amazing.
it's 50 quid.
Yeah, with the arch back. Arch back and got your dog. Hey, Dave. And no, sorry, it's just, it was not great. But I don't know, I just feel bad sometimes for people. I'm like, either you're just not being trained well, or maybe you're just doing this job just for this.
You know, sometimes people just don't have that touch, as you were saying.
So like upsetting though. I want to cry. I'm like, please, like, I just want to go to a spa day and have a good massage, and I need to go to a spa day and have someone that's crap. Or just someone
Oh,
that
it's
just
horrible.
takes a towel over, then does the leg, and then puts the towel over, and I'm just like, I thought I was paying for like a 90-minute thing, not a 90-minute tickle fest. Like, Jesus, or if I come to the wrong place, like, you know, kind of thing. I'm thinking, what's going on? It was just so bad.
60-minute tickle.
Yeah.
Queue up.
So excited! But yeah,
I
it
can
was
see like tickling someone doesn't come from training. It's just
can't be bothered.
yeah.
It's just literally like pure laziness. Like, don't do it then. Like, I'm a firm believer, like, you can tell if someone's passionate about what they do or whether they're kind of just like, yeah, just get on the bed, yeah, cool, yeah. yeah. And it's just kind of like, if you're not bothered to do it, there's someone else that would love to have the qualifications that you have that would do the best. Then you just kind of like giving like, you know, hardly anything. It's like, there's no point then. I'd rather you not, because you're just like wasting my money.
But that's the same thing with aesthetics as well.
But I think as well, it depends on how you're trained, because obviously Daksha's taught us as well to be like, everything's like prescriptive, isn't it?
Yeah.
If someone comes in for like a hydrodermal facial, they're not all going to get the exact same. They're all going to get something different because their needs are different, their skin type is different.
But surely it's the same thing with massage all the time.
Well, you would hope so, yes, but obviously not. But what can you do, eh?
No, it would be so bad if you actually book for like a deep tissue and then you get a tickle.
Please, people out there, tell me if you feel the same pain.
Oh, there's another one that I've seen. I don't know if you've ever done that one. It's where they just like crack your joints. I don't know what it's called.
Hell no.
I've done that once. It was,
I wouldn't find that pleasant at all, to be honest with you. I think I would find that really uncomfortable.
to get done.
Yeah. It just freaks me out. Anything to do with clicking, even when people like click their fingers and stuff. I don't know what it does, but I hate it. I can't stand it.
It's actually really good. It releases a lot of pressure. I've done it once. But the only thing I didn't let her crack was my neck.
She literally wanted to get my head and twist it like this, and I'm like, no.
No, you're not coming out with your face on the side.
Honestly, you're gonna die when it's bad if you do that.
Like, hi, nice to meet you. What's wrong with my neck? No, my neck's like this, so I can't move it.
Am I finished now?
But on that matter, yes, you are, darling.
Oh, okay.
A solid 10 out of 10. Recommend. Pull up at Revival Academy. Free parking at the back every Sunday.
Sunday I don't work, so that's why Rocco will be doing
tips.
it.
No, honestly.
That was class.
Yes, stay tuned. Next week, same time.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.